Guys, it's time for the finals. We're in the finals. That is it.
Yep.
It's time. Let's go ahead and turn some music down. Let's talk about what's sort of going on here. I'm unsure if we have a Twitter winner just yet. I'm sure the admins will tell me if we do. But let's go ahead and check out the bracket that was like. Let's go ahead and look at how we got here today. So right now we are in FML good fights all the way on the right side, and whoever wins this best of 5, yeah, it's a best of 5, so first to 3 wins, they'll be taking home the title, Kings of the Mist, and some gems. Of course, FML, they got here through Sync and TCSG and also VVV. That is an extremely hard path.
Yes, it is indeed.
I mean, so VVV, very strong team, obviously. So is TC. I don't even need to explain this. This has been a super hard path for FML, and they've gotten there. Good fights, the same thing goes for them. Disney Channel, of course, is basically Hellseth running rampant on a map, and you trying to figure out what to go with. Of course, Denchi and everyone else, including Damn. They were damn fine, man. They did great. Unfortunately, not able to close down that last game for them, and good fights progressed. They also took out June, one of the two. They actually took out both Japanese teams on the way here, including Strange World, which is arguably the best Japanese team.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were expecting Disney Channel to be here in this spot right now, and I think a lot of people were actually surprised we did see good fights. But like I was saying, they really have been practicing pretty hard over the past few weeks here to try and get to this spot, and obviously it's paid off as they're now in the final spot. So.
Absolutely. Of course, now we're about to jump into that last game here, Blue. Let's go ahead and look at the builds as we go into the game now. FML is on the red side. Good Fights is on the blue side. Let's go ahead. Start wherever you would like, Blue.
Alrighty, guys, we're going to take a look. Starting off with FML here on Stunning Styles, playing the Bunker Guardian for this team. Going to be running with 6 Runes of Lissa, as well as a Staff, Great Sword, with the Soldier's Ammo and the traits 0, 10, 30, 10, 20. Size of Soul, running on Spirit Range here, is going to be running with 2 Runes of the Crate, 2 Runes of the Centaur, and, apologies, 2 Runes of the Afflicted as well, running with a Short Bow, Sword, Warhorn, as well as a Rabbit Amulet, and the traits 0, 10, 30, 30, 0. Demise, going to be playing Warrior, will be running with 6 Runes of Lissa, Great Sword, Mace Shield, along with the Berserker's Amulet, and the traits 0, 20, 30, 0, 20. Got Might, playing Engineer, will be running with, will be playing with 6 Runes of Melandru, Rifle, Settler's Amulet, and the traits 30, 0, 0, 30, 10, running with Grenade Kit, Bomb Kit, and Elixir Gun. And last but not least, Google on Thief will be playing with 3 Signets, 6 Runes of the Scholar, Sword Pistol, as well as Dagger Pistol, with the Berserker's Amulet, and the traits 30, 30, 0, 0, 10. We are missing the last person from FML. We'll come to him in just a second. Moving now over to Good Fights. Genyan Z, playing Spirit Ranger, 6 Runes of the Forge, Short Bow, Sword, Dagger, Carrion Amulet, with the traits 0, 10, 30, 30, 0. Magic Toker on Thief, 6 Runes of Lissa, Sword, Dagger, as well as Dagger Pistol, with the Berserker's Amulet, and the traits 30, 30, 0, 0, 10. Wacky on Warrior there. We'll be playing with 6 Runes of Melandru, Mace, but not Mace, Hammer, Longbow, with the Cleric's Amulet. I think he's trolling me there, but they're going to be running with the traits 0, 10, 30, 0, 30, running with Balance Stance, Berserker Stance, and Fear Me. Kansuda on Guardian will be running with 6 Runes of the Soldier, Staff, Mace Shield, Cleric's Amulet, with the traits 0, 0, 10, 30, 30, with 2 Shouts, and the Sanctuary. That's his utilities. And last but not least, 5 Gauge will be playing with 2 Runes of Strength, 2 Runes of Fire, and 2 Runes of the Fire, running with a Rifle here, Berserker's Amulet, and the traits 30, 0, 0, 20, 20. And then moving real quick back over to FML for their last player, Size Assault will be running with 2 Runes of the Crate, 2 Runes of the Centaur, and 2 Runes of the Afflicted, Short Bow, Sword Warhorn with the Rabbit Amulet, and the traits 0, 10, 30, 30, 0.
That's right. Of course, it's really interesting to see Kansuda. Oh, he did swap. Okay, I thought for a second he stayed on the Sword Shield. He went to Mace Shield, Staff. Interesting choices here going into this fight here, waiting for them to ready up when they want to. Of course, this is the best of 5. So, assuming one team takes all 3 maps, which we probably won't in the first round, they win straight up. Big shout out to everybody. Let me hear your voices all the way here in New York City. Raise them banners, sons. It's time to join the finals. Match starts soon, so let's hop into the map, Blue. Let's check out the splits, see if there's any beach play.
Alrighty, guys, gonna get started in about 10 seconds here. Once again, FML spawning over here in the Dragon base. Good Fight spawning in the Lion base. Gates are gonna open up in 5 seconds. Pre-game buffs, if any, are going out right now, and a stealth play from Good Fights is gonna open us up on the rightmost gate. Let's open up the map and see how they engage each other, as we will be having Demise coming out the right side. Are they gonna run into each other? And it looks as though they are going to ignore each other, or rather, Good Fights will be ignoring FML, and they will be both going on to either side point. Taking a look at what else we have going on, we do have 3 members of the red team heading up and around to the middle point, with Google maybe actually trying to take down Sviner. Nope, he's actually going to fall back to assist at the mine. So it's going to be 2v2 at mid, 1v1 over at the henge, and another 2v2 happening at the mine.
Yep, we got 5 gauge and Godmite going on here. Google's trying to get his way in here, but Magic Toker X has caught him out in the moment right now. Looks like Google is actually extremely low already. He's Magic Toker kind of come in here, trying to catch him off guard, trying to stomp him out here, doing some damage, and gonna do that just fine. Demise, however, went over to Henge to run a racket over here on their point income, doing a really good job. However, Demise versus Wakey is a really interesting fight here, Blue, as they're able to pretty much just hit each other and pretty much nothing happens. They're about the same health.
Well, fortunately, Demise does have the greatsword, so he has the greater overall damage quotient here. At the same time, Wacky will beat him out in CC, depending on how well Demise is at dodging all the CCs and stuff. So all Demise needs to do is get 1 or 2 more of those 100 blade combos off, and I think he may actually be able to take Wacky down. It's going to be a bit tough, though, because he does still have the healing signet up, which is obviously going to be passive regenerating health pretty consistently.
I'm over here inside the saw in the mid, though, Blue. Taking it into the downstate, Kitsuna coming in for the stomp. Will it go through? We'll have to see. Yes, Kitsuna gets the first real stomp that I've seen so far yet, but he's going to go in for another one. No, it's Sunny Styles trying to get Kitsuna. Magic Toker X stealths him up, though, and he'll be just fine as he gets him through there. Kitsuna versus Stunning Styles with a Magic Toker support. Will this happen for the side of Good Fights? We'll have to find out. Obviously, 2v1 is benefiting the 2 side of that, but check out what's going on over here. We do see that Wakey finally managed to capture the henge, so they are the only ones with income at this moment.
Indeed, indeed. As we check out what's going on here at mid once more, we did have Demise work his way out of the henge point. He did realize that his teammates weren't doing so well at middle, so he wanted to fall back and support, which he is doing now, and he has bought time for Google to come in, and we're going to take a look at Google, see how he engages with this here really quickly in just a moment. Unfortunately, they did just lose Demise, but we do have Google here waiting, not choosing to engage as well. We're just sort of waiting to see what he's going to do here, but nonetheless, good fight.
What is he planning, Blue? I feel like there's a master plan that I just do not see. Maybe he's waiting on the Bassi. Maybe he just wants to take out Magic Toker, realizing that, in the last couple games, Muffin is able to take on Magic Toker very easily, shadow stepping around. He's running that 3 Signet build, though, Blue, and that's extreme. It's not exactly, it's kind of uncommon, I would say.
Yeah, it's fairly uncommon for what we would usually see here for this type of build on a Thief.
Alright, man, so let's go ahead and see what's going on with 5 gauge as it's going through here. 5 gauge getting stunned right now. Demise is going to chop him down. He goes in the downstate. Stunning Styles coming in with the stomp, and there it is on him. Genyon not able to get his teammate up. He needs to come in and do a lot of work here in the mid. It's Godmite who's, I think, is going to be targeting next here. So many spears popping off. Shield absorptions going around. Everyone is flying around this middle point, Blue. And as I say that, of course, we will see Demise going in for that back cap. And on the other side, Magic Toker X doing the exact same thing.
Indeed he is, as we're going to see this mid-fight. Google was just unfortunately taking down Sizesoul was in there and able to res him up. Back over here at the mine, then we do have another decap coming off. Magic Toker is going to sneak in for that. And at the henge as well, we are going to have some protection going on there, as well as a 5 gauge goes up against Demise here for control over the henge point.
Yeah, Good Fights putting up a really good fight, for lack of a better word there. Demise, 5 gauge just sticking a stick in Demise's bicycle wheel spokes. Gonna throw down his turrets as well, keeping the cap from going off here, and they secure a 2 cap here. Google is going down here in the mid, and he's just gonna straight up die. Kitsuna is very low, but he can heal up very soon, and he's gonna get might as well. Lots of good stuff coming from the side of Good Fights as we go into this fight. It's 157 points, 159 now to 80, and let's check out what's going on at mine, as they are trying to retake that.
And as we check out what's going on at the mine there, red team did just take it pretty predominantly, set pretty much all their resources over there. Unfortunately, Magic Toker was the only one there, so he wasn't really going to be able to do much in the ways of contesting that, so he did end up just falling back, and is now going to wait. Maybe he might be going for it again, though, and waiting for Godmite to actually leave the point, so we'll have to see how that pans out.
Yeah, line of warning coming out, trying to stop Sizesoul from getting over there, and then, of course, that orb going out as well, with line of warning going on from the other side as well. I think the Stunning Styles trying to cut off the retreat, and Genyon coming in from to support. support him in the mid here. Blue, this is really interesting. Stunning Styles coming in to do a lot of damage, but he hasn't exactly grabbed anyone. There he does. He grabs them with the 5 skill on the greatsword there. Kinsuda very low, popping that Sang and trying to stay in it, to stay alive. All of those projectiles bouncing off and doing damage, and pretty much helter-skelter there. 5 gauge coming in. Let's go in with him as he comes in to support his teammates with those grenades.
And let me check out 5 gauge here real quick. 5 gauge actually just did, I believe it was 5 gauge. Yeah, just did a really nice job at actually taking down Google, because you notice that he was porting back to this corner quite a few times. So I think 5 gauge sort of abused that and was sort of just spamming grenades on it and waiting for him to fall back. And when he did finally do it, it caught him in some CC and managed to just absolutely destroy it.
Yeah, man. And, you know, blue team will have this point, no problem. Interesting enough. So Google not able to come through here in that fight. Demise gonna come here and try and support, trying to chop down. And Matatogar once again will go for it. The Resolute Healer does come out from Kinsuda. Good heals, good. Res is off on the side of good fights. And really, they've kept FML in this area for a long time. So now they can kind of retreat back, allow FML to expand a little bit before coming back in for the rest of this fight.
Indeed, indeed. We also have Demise over here taking a look. He's working over his way to try and decapture the Henge point at the moment, and he may be able to get the full decap off. He won't be able to get the full cap off, however, because Wacky is on his way there to counter his decap.
Yeah, man. So we will see Demise getting there, but will Wakey be able to stop this decap? Stop the recap though. He will bring it down a tick. Demise versus Wakey, though, is a fight that generally lasts a long time. Let's go in with Stunning Styles, however. He's very low in the mid. He gets dropped by Kinsuda, I think. Or maybe it was Gennin gets stopped there. And also, wow, everyone went down there for the side of good fights. 5 gauge the only one up, trying to get Kinsuda or Gennin up, but they're going to get just taken out there. FML being super dominant now as they will reverse the 2-cap. And it is just amazing to see them make this comeback. They have a lot of, they being good fights, has a lot of wiggle room to work with, however. Let's see what's going on in Wakey's neck of the woods, though, as he's trying to figure out what's going on with Demise. Demise got caught out. They're going to go in on Chieftain. And Blue, as they go into Chieftain, what does good fights go for next?
And as they're going to go in here now, they may notice, I don't know if they noticed it or not, they can see it in the movement on the map there, but they're going to notice here that FML just went for their boss as well, so there's obviously going to be at least 1 or 2 people missing, so a good move for them would be to try to head in towards middle and maybe get the pressure on there while the other members of FML are away from the point. That's
right. Now, he's kind of playing this interestingly enough. He's waiting. He's got the Bastard coming up as well. All of his signets are on cooldown, and looks like the fight's going to continue over here as well. Gottmite coming in, trying to do some work as well. Let's see what's going on. Let's go in with Stunning Styles. Did you know that his name is Stunning Styles?
Is it? I had no idea. I had no idea.
That is his thing. We love him. He's a good guy. But yeah, he's gonna go try and get some aggression onto Kinsuda, who's really the main threat of the red dominance at this point. Line of wording comes out from I think Kinsuda as he tries to get away, but he does get downed right there, Blue, as the rest of the team comes to support him. He does get rallied there, and now Good Fight is trying to turn this point.
You could see there as well that the other members were really just jumping directly on their Good Fights' down ally there, and it was a really nice job getting him back up and into the fight, and that's some really nice teamwork that we're seeing there. Kinsuda's down again. Are they going to be able to rally on the body again, or will there be too much AoE? It looks as though they're going to be able to get him up, though, so they're keeping it going, but this fight is extremely AoE heavy at the moment, so they may not be able to keep that going for much longer because of the fact that they're all taking the cleave damage when they do go for reses on the down bodies.
And Demise is going to back cap Henge now. Blue is in trouble. Good Fights needs a capture point right now. They probably should send Magitoker X all the way over to mine, but we do see that Google has fresh off the respawn here. They are kind of wiping here. Kinsuda will get this point for his team as the rest of his team comes back to cycle for Henge. So we do see it is Wakey who gets there first as usual. 5 gauge Magitoker coming in for support as well.
And indeed, as we check it out, most of Good Fights is actually working their way over here now. We have the respawns coming out from the red team, heading over here to the Henge. The question is, will they get there quick enough to stop Demise's death? It doesn't look like it's going to be possible. Smokefield's going down. That's a guaranteed stop. Size of Souls here is going to contest, but they need to get more people here, because going in 1 by 1 is actually going to lead to a worse out effect because of the fact they're losing 5 points every time someone dies.
That's right. Kinsuda coming in for the stomp on Sizosol. Will it happen? Yes, it will. Stunning Star is not able to get his teammate up, and Blue will start recapping this as well. Gennin is the only one, however, on mid, and that's a little bit scary as they do have Google and Gottmite on him coming this way. Stunning Styles forced to like, kind of go. Actually, Stunning Styles gets dropped on his way out of there, so that's just another set of points for Good Fights as they continue. Got Mine Man. He's trying to put some aggression on in the mid, but Genyan able to keep it on the side of Good Fights here. 438 to 357. Once they hit 450, that's the mark where they can take both Force Creatures off the respawn if that happens. But there's only 5 minutes left in this game. It's just very close.
Yeah, indeed. We are going to be seeing this is going to be pretty close. However, I do believe we will be seeing Good Fights take this one. They hold 2 points now at the moment. And yeah, it's only about 30 points away from taking this game. They hold 2 capture points, and it doesn't look like any of them are going to get DK. We may have Demise sneak in for one, but it's looking pretty good for Good Fights at the moment.
I know, man. So we're going to see... Actually, I have a feeling that this is going to go in the side of... of Good Fights here. They have lost Henge. They have their, but I mean, Wakey's all the way back there. They will rotate when they need to, but I don't even think they need to. They have everyone on mid that they need to keep there. So, so yeah, I think that everything here is going to be fine for Good Fights as they continue on into Game 2 of the finals here.
Indeed, indeed. And we will see how that does play out as we get to that game in just a few moments.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna wait as the final points tick in for Good Fights. Good game there. Wow, I know it was extremely close, and that was a really it was extremely good game. Good Fights able to stay dominant, able to rotate when they need to, and do the work they need to put in on the points that they needed to.
Yeah. It was definitely some really nice work there. They were applying pressure where it was needed, always making sure to go in there. And they were countering Demise's back caps there pretty well, too. He was never able to like get it for the full duration that he usually wanted to. So it was some pretty nice play there as well.
Absolutely. Of course, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're having a little bit of a technical issue, guys. We'll be back in like 2 minutes. Stay tuned for just a sec.